Alright, sekarang kita dah live kat YouTube. Dekat poster menunggu. Merah sial. Okay, hijau-hijau. Okay, korang okay, ready Aku akan ke intro tu webinar kita. Go.
Before we start, to my fellow committee members, please remember to mute your microphones to ensure our program runs smoothly. And a reminder to our beloved audiences, let's keep the YouTube live chat box away from any profanities. If there is any question you would like to ask our speaker, you can drop it in our Google form link that we have attached in the registration below, description below, and in the live chat box. Also, remember to fill in the registration form in the link that we have provided in the description. By registering, you will receive an e-certificate from us and get a chance to win our M50 ringgit e-wallet voucher. Our committee members will filter and monitor the questions and deliver it to our speaker during the Q&A session at the end of this event. So, if everyone is clear with the instruction, let's start, shall we?
Welcome everyone. My name is Haikal Afiq and I'm the host for today's webinar along with my friend, the lovely Miss Nurul Shazwani, right above me virtually here. From the bottom of our hearts, we'd like to thank the guest speakers, lecturers, committee members, as well as the audiences who are watching this on YouTube for joining us today for today's webinar. Before we begin today's show, I'd like to invite Ma Daniel to recite a little prayer to bless our webinar for today.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Hamdan yuwafi ni'amahu wa yukafi'u mazida. Ya Rabbana lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhikal karim wa azim li sultanik. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala sayyidina Muhammadin salatan tunjina biha min jami'il ahwali wa afat wa taqdilana biha min jami'il hajat wa tutahhiruna biha min jami'il sayiat wa tarfa'una biha indaka al darajat wa tuballighuna biha aqsal ghayat min jami'il khairati fil hayati wa ba'dal mamat wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, praise be to Allah, Lord of the worlds. Let your blessings and your peace be on your servant and your messenger, Muhammad, and on his family and his companions. Allahumma ya Allah. On this glorious day, in conjunction with the opening ceremony of our webinar, we uphold our hands to pray gratefully, to thank on your infinite favors, till we can live in peace and harmony, to perform our tasks as your servant. O Allah, we ask your blessings to make this occasion a success. Allahumma ya Hayyu ya Qayyum ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram. You are the mercy of the mercies, and you are the Lord of the universe. Give us mercy for your presence, and shape for us right conduct in our plight. We ask you for your knowledge, which is beneficial, and sustenance, which is good, and deeds which are acceptable. O Allah, help us to remember you, to thank you, and to worship you in the best of manners. Forgive us, have mercy upon us, guide us, give us health, and grant us sustenance. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكون من الخاسرين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وأدخلنا جنة مع الأبرار يا عزيز يا غفار يا رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Amin, amin, ya Rabbal Alamin. Thank you, Ikmade, for the wonderful recitation. Before we move on with our tentative, I would like everyone to stand up and sing along to the Haiku and Wawasan Setia UiTM. Thank you, everyone, and please be seated. All right. Before we start with our webinar's topic, I would like to pass the spotlight to our project manager, Salif Ikhwan, for the speech. The stage is yours, Salif.
Thank you to our MCs, Haikal Rafiq and Nur Syazwani. Assalamualaikum and a very good late evening to our advisor, Dr. Noor Hati Muhammad Yusof, our respected speaker, Dr. Noor Azizah Tahir, VIPs, and of course, all of our esteemed audience. First off, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to all of our audiences here today, whether you are in our WebEx meeting or in our YouTube live stream. Thank you very much for your willingness to spend your 2 hours of your Saturday night for this webinar. I am beyond grateful to have each and one of you here tonight. So, welcome to our webinar that will be focusing on the topic of understanding and crafting work-life balance. Surely most of us would know and understand how important, how crucial this topic here tonight, especially when we are still in the midst of a global pandemic. Some of us experience burnout, some of us loss of mood, or maybe the feeling of emptiness inside. Thus, we truly hope that with the sharing, presentation, and Q&A session that we will have here tonight, we can raise our knowledge and awareness regarding this topic. Well, I would not let myself get in the way of this webinar. And with that, I personally hope that this webinar, Generating Synergy in Life, Understanding and Crafting Work-Life Balance, will open our eyes and illuminate our lives. That is all for me. Thank you very much, and feel free to enjoy the show from here. Thank you.
Thank you, Alif, our project manager. This wouldn't have happened if it weren't for you. All right, for today's webinar, we will be presenting on a general topic that a number of adults go through in their life, which is generating synergy life, understanding and crafting work-life balance, presented by Dr. Noor Azizah, a family medicine specialist in Springfield Medical Center, Queensland, Australia. Now, before we get into everything, let's take a look at a little teaser that our team had prepared for this webinar. Shall we?
What is my typical day life? The same as others. I usually wake up at 6 every day, except for Sunday when I like to sleep in. To be honest, I wish every day was Sunday. How you choose to spend your time after an early morning wake up is your call. As for me, things that I do after getting up are taking a shower, prepare my breakfast. Obviously, I need to cook for myself since I am living alone in this big city. I normally have a simple breakfast, eggs, sausages, and a cup of coffee. Who doesn't love coffee, right? Most days, I leave the house 20 minutes before 8. Yeah, it doesn't take that long for me to reach my office. I only need to walk for about 5 minutes to the subway station, which is 2 minutes from my flat. I usually take the train because it's quicker. Everything is moving fast in this big city. The station is packed and moving so fast. Commuters all over and everyone rushing to get to their destination. So I need to keep up. Oh, did I tell you that I worked at a prestigious company? They provide many benefits and perks that I think it was a good deal for me. When I said prestigious company with many benefits, there will be no time to waste. No smoking, no talking, no resting. You know, those things are a waste of time. I work from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I work nonstop as I have so many tasks that need to be done in a day. You can see how many documents that I need to go through. But that doesn't bother me at all because I'm used to it. If I'm busy, I'll just skip my lunch. When the clock strikes 8 p.m., it is my cue to head back home. By the time I reach home, the sky has already closed their curtains. And you know, leaving the office after 12 hours of work can leave you feeling drained and lethargic. Even my body is tired. I won't go to bed until it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Yes, when it's late and you still don't feel sleepy despite knowing you need some rest. But hey, I'm used to it. Basically, every day is the same. It doesn't change that much. Same old, same old. The only thing that I know is I'm just trying to get through the day. I'm definitely tired of my routine. Until one day, I realized that I've no motivation to get out of bed in the morning. I feel empty. I don't know why. For some reason, I feel like I'm lost in the wilderness with no way out. The steps feel heavy as if I'm carrying a burden behind my back. Do you feel the same?
Wow, that teaser really got me in the heart. Before we begin, I would like to share a general overview about our topic for today. What does it mean by work-life balance? The main objective of this webinar is to help employers and employees on how to create a healthy work-life culture, especially during this pandemic. These days, work-life balance can seem like an impossible feat. Some might feel too overwhelmed with pressure they have when working during this pandemic. It is true that work-life balance means something different to every individual. Therefore, with this webinar, it is hoped that you can learn a thing or two tips to help you find the balance that's right for you. So, don't be too hard on yourself. We hear you.
Interesting fact there, Wani. It's no surprise that working Malaysians are overworked and quite possibly have the worst work-life balance in the world. Mental illness such as clinical depression, generalized anxiety disorder, and post-traumatic stress disorder are on the rise due to increasing stress levels. In an article by The Star, they mentioned that in 2017, 29% of Malaysians suffered anxiety and depression due to stress. This figure is expected to increase in the years to come. Depression will be the number one world disability by 2020, warns Mental Health Group. With that said, let's get to know a bit better on who will be presenting today's webinar. Dr. Noor Aziza Tahi is a vocationally recognized general practitioner who returned to Australia in 2016 after working in Malaysia for 25 years. She is well versed with clinical contents as she was an associate professor in family medicine and had been involved in the establishment of national guidelines in Malaysia. And throughout her journey in life, she accumulated countless achievements. Some that are worth mentioning is her special interest in women's health, chronic disease, and mental health management. She also performed Office General Engineer procedures like TNS and IND, wedge procedure, and so on.
Without any doubt, we think that Dr. Noaziza is the most qualified person to talk about our topic for today, right? We are very grateful that Dr. Noaziza is willing to take some time off a busy schedule and spend the next 2 hours with us. Without further ado, let's give the floor to Dr. Noaziza.
Hi, assalamualaikum everyone.
Assalamualaikum, Doctor.
Assalamualaikum, Doctor.
Hold on, yeah, let me share my file. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for your wonderful presentation.
Thank you, Doctor. All right, I think we've gathered some questions from the audiences. Shall we go through it, Doctor?
Yeah, sure.
Wow, that was such an insightful Q&A session, I must say. Thank you, Doctor, for answering questions from the audiences. And my question for you, Doctor, do you have anything to add on before we proceed to our lucky draw session?
So far, I don't have anything to add on.
All right, Doctor. So, for lucky draw, our committee members will choose 3 lucky audiences that have registered for a webinar. Winners will get the chance to win an e-wallet voucher worth RM50 ringgit. Winners will be contacted by one of our committee members to deliver your prizes. Excited, aren't we? So, let's spin the wheel. So, first winner, Nabila, congratulations. You receive a 50 ringgit e-wallet voucher. Our committee members will contact you recently. Congratulations, Haikal.
Blessed.
And the last winner will be Azurin. Congratulations, Azurin.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, congratulations to the winners. Unfortunately, we've reached the end of our webinar. We would like to thank every single one of you for attending and staying from start to end. We hope everyone could gain new knowledge from this webinar and also spread what you have learned to those around you struggling in the context of work-life balance. Before we leave, don't forget to fill in the feedback form in the description box below. We truly appreciate your time and effort.
On behalf of Puspita Production and the UITM committee, we would like to thank Dr. Aziza for sharing your knowledge with us today. I'd like to take this moment as well to give thanks to our lecturer, Dr. Nur Hayati, for helping us turn this vision into reality. Lastly, I'd like to end this webinar with an apology from our team and the moderators as well if we had offended anyone throughout this whole thing. All right, that's all for us. Thanks for joining us and good night.
Thank you, everyone. Good day.